I'm here with James from Daily Use of Sports Trivia, my buddy who does a YouTube channel that's fairly new, and he does sports videos. Now, I think it's fair to say, right, James, that you know shit about Game of Thrones. So I'm going to kind of help him along. We're going to kind of help him along here is what we're going to do. And maybe it'll help some of you guys out there who may not be book readers to give you a little more perspective on some of this stuff that you're asking about. Yeah, let's answer some questions.
All right.
And thank you guys for the questions.
This one is from a day ago, the Super J theory.
The Super J theory.
Okay. The Super J theory asks, could Jon have warged into Ghost before died, and once his body was healed, Jon just went back to it?
I think so in the books for sure. All right. So in the books, there was a slightly different death scene. It went down a little bit differently, and his last words in the books when he got stabbed, I think you know about the stabbing part, right? Most people are familiar with that, even if they don't watch the show, because it breaks the internet when this shit happens, right?
Exactly.
In the books, his last word was Ghost, and it's already implied in the books that he is a warg. We know all the Stark children are wargs. He just resisted in the books, but he does have wolf dreams, and what that means is he's actually warging. He just doesn't know how to control it yet.
So warging means he takes over the body of this...
Right, so...
Of this little fella here?
Yeah, of this little ghost buddy here. All the Stark children are wargs. They all have this ability. Arya demonstrates it in the books. Jon demonstrates it in the books. We never really see Robb warg, but we know that he can based off what our authors told us, unless he straight up lied to us. Sansa never got a chance to because Lady got killed. And of course, Bran and Rickon can also warg as well. Obviously, Bran, we know what he can do. He's a green seer and a warg. I think the names of these direwolves have something to do with what's going to happen to these kids as well. Like, Jon's a ghost for a while.
Right.
If he's physically killed, you think that the consciousness or whatever has to go somewhere, right, to be safe.
Yes.
And if you don't have that ability, you just die.
Okay.
So they didn't imply that it happened in the show, and I don't know if they're going to do that in the show. They didn't, because his last words were Ollie in the show.
Are you kidding?
Ollie was the last person to stab him, which is why he's so hated. And he didn't imply, there was never any implications of warging from Jon. All we see is Bran, and he wargs Summer all the time. And then during the resurrection scene of episode 2, Ghost is just laying there asleep on the floor. Everybody walks out of the room, and then he kind of looks up like he senses Jon's back. Yeah. So I don't think he was in Ghost. He didn't act he acted protective of Jon's body. So I don't think in the show, at least for Jon, that they're going to indicate any warging unless they do it after he comes back and he's able to use that now for some reason. Maybe there's some twist there.
Yeah, that could happen.
And the other thing with warging, just to throw this in here, is I hope that they go into Arya. I'm sure somebody will ask about Arya too. In the show, she's still blind, and she was blind in the books as part of her training, but during her blindness while she was training, she warged a cat to see through the cat's eyes while she was blind. So she has wolf dreams as well all the way over in Essos across the narrow seas, but they have not indicated that in the show yet. So yes, I hope that hopefully they do. But right now, based off Jon's resurrection, the way Ghost was acting the last 2 episodes, I just don't think they're going to include it, at least right now.
Rodwa Salad asks,
Rodwa Salad,
do you think Sansa would meet Jon at Castle Black, or will she have a change of plans?
I think her goal is to go to Castle Black right now because she knows Jon's the Lord Commander there. She doesn't know about his death yet, right? She's escaped Winterfell. Theon was going to take her there. Brienne and Pod has now rescued her. And I think the plan right now would